Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jerry with Dub Bears Talk, and today we're going to be going over the Bears' newest acquisition from the Seattle Seahawks in a trade, Darrell Taylor. We acquired him for a 6th-round pick in 2025, which does seem to be low value, but I'll let you know why we might have gotten him for that much. He's out of Tennessee. He was an edge rusher. He didn't participate in the combine, so we don't have any of those numbers from back when in the 2020 draft. But we do have some information. Obviously, height, weight, 6'4", 267, pretty big frame. You can see from the picture, strong guy too. Very powerful edge rusher, which I think, with the little bit bigger size, as far as the depth piece, might look better than some of the people that are behind. So can't really complain about that. Obviously, he was picked in the 2nd round. He was the 48th overall pick, and then I put his draft rank of all edge rushers, and he was actually the 2nd ranked edge rusher in the draft, coming out of the draft, despite having an injury and not participating at all in the combine. So a good prospect coming out of the draft. I've got him a little out of order here, but we'll go over the stats. In college, 82 tackles, 16 and a half sacks, 21 TFLs, 4 forced fumbles. And that's over just his junior and senior year. So I didn't put everything. He didn't really play much freshman and sophomore year. Common trend with a lot of the videos. But his last year, he had 8.5 sacks. He had around 40, I think it was 42 or 40 tackles. And then he had 11 TFLs. And I believe 3 of those forced fumbles came then. And then you move in to when he's actually played for the Seahawks, 91 tackles, 21 and a half sacks, 22 TFLs, 34 quarterback hits, as well as I believe he has 5 forced fumbles. Didn't fit it in the graphic there. But that's only in 49 games and 13 starts. So he's actually never missed a game in the NFL for injury, but he's always been a depth. A depth piece. He's never been the full-fledged starter. Obviously, he started the 13 games, but that's never really been his role. He's never started more than 5 games in a season. So we can kind of look at him as a depth piece as well, is that he's going to be coming in over Demarcus Walker or Montez Sweat. This could be a negative towards Daniel Hardy, who I know a lot of us were excited about in these most recent preseason games for going off. Obviously, last year's preseason hero was Terrell Lewis, and then he didn't end up making the team, and it's seeming like the same thing could happen for Daniel Hardy, which is very unfortunate. But going one more college stat I'll go over. He had a 3-sack game, 2 forced fumbles, and this was at Georgia in 2018, and then was named the team MVP that year. So he's been an effective player. We'll just go into the pros and cons, because I've got more cons than what's listed on the screen, but he is super physical. You can kind of see the strength that he has from the picture there. I mean, he's a big guy, he's strong, and he can use power to get into the backfield. He has long arms, 33-inch arms, and then he's very quick off the snap. So he's kind of this fast, rambunctious, powerful defensive lineman. He can use finesse, and he's got a couple moves, but unfortunately he is very one-dimensional, and that's where we get to, he's only played 45% of snaps since being in the NFL. So although he's never missed a game and he's always played in every single game, he's only played in 45% of the snaps. And then he's also had very, very low tier run defense. And it's mainly because when he does this quick jump off the ball, he really is, it seems like every down, he is just focusing on getting into the tackle as soon as he can and trying to get through or around him and just get that first jump. So he really does Terminator vision in on the quarterback and just try to lock in and murder the quarterback. Obviously with 21 and a half sacks in 3 seasons, for being only in 45% of the snaps. 2022 he had 9.5 sacks, only starting in 5 games, although he played in all of them. So he's gonna be productive, but he could be a worry on the and that's where I put commits. He commits too early to the pass. He basically, every play, he assumes it's going to be a pass, and he assumes he's going to murder the quarterback. That results in him not doing as well. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but that's why he doesn't do as well in the run game. And then moving forward with that, he's kind of been a big part of some CTE jokes, which I don't know if you remember last season. or it was either last season or the year before, but there was a play where Jared Goff handed the ball off and then acted. He kind of like held his hands up like he had the ball and was dropping back. And Darrell Taylor leveled him after the running back was like 5 yards down the field. So it wasn't even like, so that's another thing, you know, just going for the quarterback right away. He didn't even think about going for the running back. He just murdered Jared Goff. It was a roughing the passer penalty. And it was probably like 3 or 4 seconds after he handed it off. Like it wasn't even close. And then he's also the guy had a pretty viral moment of he came in on, I don't know who was getting a pick six. I don't know if it was like Witherspoon or something, but he came in off of the bench and ran back onto the field to make a block. So he's that guy. So you like a guy that has that like enthusiasm and that heart and that like drive to just get out there and hit people, but he can be a little reckless. So I guess that's probably what I should have put as the third con, is he's just a little reckless. But I think if at the most he's just going to be a depth guy that when Sweat or Walker's tired and he's going to come in and be able to be a threat that honestly, at the very least, kind of like how you're supposed to fight an alligator, just, you know, weaken him and tire him out. If Darrell Taylor can come in and tire out the tackles so Montez Sweat can come into a tired offensive tackle, then fine by me. But that seems to be his biggest, you know, benefit, is just his power, his speed, his athleticism. In that draft, in the 2020 draft, he also had the top athleticism score of edge rushers. Although, granted, this was just based on, you know, footage and, you know, what they could see. Obviously, he didn't participate in the combine. But yeah, let me know what you think of Darrell Taylor down below. I think it's an interesting signing, but it scares me a bit because I was excited for Daniel Hardy getting an opportunity, who's really never done anything wrong. He's really just never gotten a chance, and it seems like it could go in that direction. I don't know how many edge rushers we'll end up keeping. But yeah, let me know what you think down below of Darrell Taylor. Like the video if you like it. Pretty much anytime we acquire a player, I like to do one of these everything you need to know. So subscribe for more. There will always be more of these. I also do food reviews and football gaming content. So thank you for watching and have a great day.